Alright everybody, welcome back. Let's talk blades, because that's what we're into. Today I have an unboxing for you, kind of an unboxing. I just got it. I took it out of my package just now. I didn't want to do an unpackaging because the package was slightly damaged. So I kind of had to open it to make sure everything was okay, so I kind of ruined that for myself. But that's alright. Haven't opened the box yet. So let's get into it, everybody. Now, as you can tell, here's a familiar guy. We all love Spydercos, right? And I know that's another Spyderco right there, but this one is the Yojimbo. Right? We all know this one. Nice knife. Self-defense. Designed by Michael Janich. Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. Ergos are really good. It's got the compression lock, right? We all know this. We know this knife. So why are you showing this to us? What's going on? This is what's going on, guys. This Spyderco Yojumbo. So, why did I get this? Well, because I really like this one. But there's also things I hate about this knife. What do I hate? The size. First of all, it's small. For a self-defense knife, it's supposed to be somewhat compact, so it's easier to carry, yada yada yada. We all get it. Another reason. I love how they have this depression right here to get to the spider hole, but the spider hole isn't completely fully accessible. That can cause a problem. You can still get to the hole, but my thumb isn't completely all the way in, as you can tell. It's being stopped by the G10 handle scale right there, which means that the effectiveness of getting a self-defense weapon open on time, even though this isn't really difficult to do, still kind of hinders. When you're in a lot of stress, are you going to be able to get this thing open, you know, fully, safely, and in the right grip while you're shaking and afraid for your life because you're going to use this thing and you never prayed that you would ever have to use it. So you're doing your best to find that hole, and you just get to it just barely, and you pop it open and you feel like you're a diabetic. So this is the kind of thing that I'm worried about, and it's one thing that I always thought bothered me the most was this. Getting to that hole. For being a self-defense knife, I shouldn't have to fiddle around with the thing that I know I need to depend my life on, had it be a wild, ravenous wolf that comes to gnaw off my leg, or if it's a would-be predator out to mug me and kill me all at the same time, and this is the only thing I have to defend myself with, and I cannot get it open because this slight hindrance right there, as you can tell. Getting to that, it's not difficult, but it's really easy to miss, especially when it's not really effective to get to it. It's not hard to open, but the detent keeps it shut pretty decently. Love the compression lock, but one thing you don't want to fiddle around with or accidentally drop is a very expensive self-defense knife that you have done so hard to learn how to use and learn how to deploy, but are you able to do it in a stressful situation? That little hindrance can make the difference of you being able to effectively deploying this knife. And because it's the Spyderco round hole isn't completely accessible, could honestly, in my own opinion, be that one thing that would just waste a few more seconds of your time just before you can get it open effectively. And that could mean life or death. So with that being said, this is a huge reach and a huge step up compared to the well-known Yojimbo, the good old Yojimbo. So let's go ahead, open it up, and check out the knife. Wowzers. Really cool. Well, it looks like I didn't get duped this time, right? This is the actual knife that I paid for. Thank God. And it's not the frickin', it's not a pencil or something else in here that it's not meant to be. And we'll just put the box off to the side. So, what have they done differently? I can tell you right off the bat, the G10 on here is not so aggressive. Grippy, but just enough. Not too much. What's here? More aggressive G10. Very effective. What's this? The round hole, the Spidey hole that every Spyderco is known for having. And it's completely accessible, which means in a stressful situation, I can get to that round hole, and the meat of my thumb actually effectively gets to that round hole, no problem, as I effectively pop it open and get the grip going. Nice. It's a really big step up. What is that? A 4-inch blade? Yes. Even more effective. Huge, overbuilt box cutter, but in the nice little size of a decent, this. 4-way pocket carry, very good. We all know that, but the only hindrance I see with me liking this even more to him being the perfect self-defense blade, or not exactly the perfect one, but one of the many good self-defense blades, is this right here. See that pocket clip? That means I have to take this pocket clip off and bend this down. Okay. Not a huge deal. I'm not hugely upset about it. I'm not. I really am not. But I can tell you this. This gets stuck on stuff. And you guys know how I feel about Spyderco pocket clips. Love the knives. Love the company. Love Spyderco. But dag nabbit, those pocket clips, as aggressive as that is, it will get caught on stuff. And I have bent my fair share of Spyderco pocket clips. Spyderco, if you are watching this, please bend it down just a bit. So, anyways, this will be a good step up compared to this. But the one thing is, I can tell you that I this is a 4-inch blade. It feels thinner. This feels just a little bit thicker. I'm not entirely sure how to say that. Just barely. Just barely. It sticks up just barely. Not by much. But this is a small handle, but it's contoured to the shape of your hand. This is a depression, so that way you can put your thumb right here, which is designed for the cutting. So this is very effective regardless of what I say. But in my own personal opinion, getting to that spider hole, if they rounded that out just a little bit more, it would have been perfect. Of course, I could have done that myself. I could have just gone in there and customized myself and, dremeled that down if I really wanted to, but that would ruin the whole design, and I don't want to do that. This is the original design, and I want to keep it that way. This, huge step up. Huge. The only thing I don't like about these knives, and the only reason why I wouldn't consider carrying them too often, is because they have very fragile tips. Their tips are very, very fragile. And that's effective for cutting, but not effective if they're damaged. So, and because of its so thin profile, it's one thing that you really have to just take great consideration. So, good knife. Let's go ahead and get into the specs. I want to weigh it. I want to measure it. I want to make sure that everything is the way it is and the way it's supposed to be. So we're looking at 5.33 ounces. Yeah, it's over 5 ounces, y'all. I'm not entirely sure if I'm really happy with that, because you know how I am. Anything about 5 ounces or under is great, but it's just a little over 5 ounces, so maybe it'll do just alright. And for being the size that it is, I think that's pretty decent. So I'll carry it for a little bit, see how I feel. From the tip to the ricasso, that is 4 inches cutting edge, with an overall 9 1/4 inches altogether. Then on top of that, steel liners. Yes, steel liners. Open pillar construction, so it's easier to clean. So let's go ahead and get into how wide it is. Looking at 3.4 millimeters on the blade. On the handle is 11.2 millimeters. Good knife. Good knife. Price tag on this is a little weary. When I first saw it, it was close to 200. I think I spent 167 on this on Amazon. So it's kind of just up and down. The grip on this is a little weird because I want to go all the way up here, but it makes me kind of go like this. That's fine. Not bad. And I can't put my thumb all the way up here, but I can if I really, really wanted to reach up there. So, I don't know. You guys be the judge. Thank you for the support. Slash that like button. Stab that subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you all in the next one.